Occasionally, making difficult decisions in life requires excluding someone you love from your life. It's never easy. It's like cutting a bit of yourself away. Despite your justification or motivation, you must prepare for the possibility that once you release them, they may never return. Building relationships allows us to expose a sensitive area where trust, affection, and understanding blossom, especially with someone we love very profoundly. Cutting someone out, especially someone who used to occupy that space, is a really serious gesture. It could originate from a place of hurt or from the impulse to shield yourself from their suffering. You convince yourself it's for the best. You deserve serenity and recovery, and maybe you do. The fact is, though, that love does not turn off like a light. Turning on and off this simple mechanical device whenever you want is not easy. Love lingers in the quiet areas, in the unsent letters, and in the memories that unexpectedly come back when you least want them. Cutting someone out always runs the risk of making one wonder what if. Should they return? What would happen? What would happen if they changed? Though life, as we wish it, doesn't always go that way, the potential for reunion hangs like a question mark. You empower someone you let go, especially someone you love, by letting them move on. Actually, they might go farther. They might heal in ways you never would have thought possible, and in that healing, they might discover peace in the distance. Although the hard fact is that they may have closed that chapter, deleted the bookmark, and moved on to a new narrative, you could consider getting in touch after a while. This is where the decision's weight has the greatest impact. Cutting someone out is like closing a door you once left open. Reopening it is not always possible once it slams closed. The person across may not be ready to back off. You might come to regret your choice, but occasionally the person you have cut out won't even consider going back. They might not trust the door to remain open, and you might have to live with that. It's difficult to face the reality that you might have lost someone permanently, even more so if you loved them. But in that loss, one also has time for introspection. Perhaps their departure from your life served a specific purpose. Perhaps they required the same development as you. People outgrow one another and undergo changes that are not always predictable or controllable. And although it's difficult to admit, sometimes separate is the only path forward. You should never take the decision to cut someone out of your life lightly. You may be doing it to set long-needed limits or protect yourself from more suffering. However, keep in mind that not everyone should remain. Some individuals, once excluded, disappear forever. Second chances are not always here waiting for you. Relationships are delicate, and severing them may not lead to their healing in the same way. Therefore, stop and truly consider whether you should let someone go if you find yourself at the junction. Are you prepared to accept the finality of your decision? Are you ready to accept the possibility that they might not return once they go? Though depressing, this is something to think about. Let them go completely and accept that they may find a life without you. It is difficult, really, but sometimes the risk we incur when we give our own peace top priority is people grow, life proceeds, and even love, resilient as it is, sometimes fades. When it does, you can only wish them well from afar, grateful for the time you had but ready for alone time. Therefore, everyone listening should keep in mind that removing someone out of your life is never straightforward or easy. If it is required, however, do so deliberately and with knowledge of the results. Those who leave may never return. You must accept that.